Hello, I'm Andy, and here is the weekly horoscope from Sunday, the 6th of November to Saturday, the 12th of November, 2022. And this is specially for you coming from Pisces. Here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and most importantly, reading your palms. Your palms are very special. They are the tool of the soul. Is the soul who's mapping out your future for you. And that's how it all works. I'll show you also how to reach that magic inside you, the soul, and the third eye, and the aura. They all can be brought very early into your life to be activated because we are all promised it in our 50s, 60s, and 70s of ages. Always just too late. And so there's a way how to accelerate the energy. I'm going to talk to you more about this later in the program. Sunday, the 6th of November. Excuse me. Sunday, the 6th of November. For you coming from Pisces, this is a very fruitful morning and afternoon. The creative side of you, the magical side of you, the lucky side of you is all there for the taking. And so it's a question of what you want and be clever enough to position yourself in the company that can provide you that good news or the good stuff. And you will be then very clever. So you have all that going for you. And the charm that you will have and the aura that you'll have will attract people to no end. So work and think properly. And then you'll be able to know exactly which area you want to help yourself in. Is it the job, the business? Is it the money? Is it the romance, the family? Is it just wanting to get together your act? You will be able to get that. The trouble is that one or two planets from the evening nightfall, which are not very good for you, making you hasty and impatient, they will come now and then in the morning and afternoon to make you say things and promise and commit to things too quickly. So be careful, don't do that part of it. Think very carefully when you promise or commit in this morning or afternoon. And that way you won't have any kind of problems later on. The evening nightfall is bad. It's bad because the negative planets you have in your horoscope, they are all there in the evening nightfall, the worst of them. And they'll make you impatient, they'll make you hasty. And what happens basically is that arguments come from nowhere suddenly. And so you're on tenterhooks. You are under stress for something, and that stress will bring the negative side of you to be seen. So say less and do less in the evening nightfall. Allow some of your planets in the morning afternoon, which are very good, to come help you in the evening nightfall. And they will. They will. But you have to make way. You have to make way by not arguing and to slow down in what you say and what you do. For example, count to three before you say or do anything. That will slow down the progress. Otherwise, the process of things is just too fast for you to control, and accidents can happen anytime. Monday, Monday, the 7th of November. This is a very lucky 24 hours for you. Morning and afternoon, you are in a position where you can get anything that you want. The planets of inspiration are everywhere, and they inspire you to know exactly what to want and what to get from people. Your speech, your action, your plans are all going to be marvelously creative. So do that in the morning, afternoon. If it's for the job, talk to your bosses. Explain to them what you can contribute, and they'll be marvelously wanting to support you. If it's the romance you want to chase, go right ahead. You'll have that kind of aura that people find very attractive. If it's for the business side, then talk to the business partners or go meet people who can give you the business you want. And you'll see it's so easy to get what you want because of that inspiration. And if you wear your best colors, if you have those gemstones which I recommend to people, if you know how to face your best directions, all these formulate energies which leave no end to success. So you can have all that in the morning, afternoon. I see a lot of planets which we call the planets of travel. So you might want to plan travel, or you may be invited to travel, or you will just be traveling. And that would be a good exercise for you in the morning and afternoon of Monday, 7th of November. The evening is just as nice. Now there's a togetherness. Basically, you'll be on the same wavelength as other people. So it'll be magical how you can get what you want so easily. It's all about planning what you want. You can't have everything under the sun. So plan what you want and be there in that particular company where you can get this what you want. And you will see you got it very nicely. Because the morning inspirational planets will also visit you. And the planets of the internet are everywhere as well. And so go onto the internet, try your luck for anything, and you'll see you come away with a more than an armful of good luck very quickly as well. Tuesday, the 8th of November. Now, this is a very slow, frustrating morning afternoon. You have to be very careful that what you say, what you do may have long term repercussions. The trouble which you had with people in the past or the problems you had in the past may also surface. So, where you work, where you do business, you have to formulate an exercise to concentrate and focus because your unhappy mind, the sorrowful, whatever you're worrying about, the disappointments you are scared about, they will just circulate around you. And that will take the concentration away. And that will mean that you could make mistakes where you work or in the business area. So focus, and that makes it very important. Avoid people you know who will bring sorrowful news. Just avoid them, and you'll be much better off. Evening and nightfall turns very lucky. That's how a day can change for you. And the evening and nightfall is going to be that special kind of evening nightfall where you meet people that you're on the same wavelength as. And you'll find all the solutions you couldn't find in the morning, afternoon, you'll find them in the evening nightfall very easily. And travel plans are also very active. And that inspiration I keep talking about is all there surrounding you. It's all a question of knowing what you want and getting yourself into that group of company and then applying that wonderful nature you will have evening, nightfall. And that's how you make yourself very lucky. And if you wear your lucky colors, I'm a great one for colors because when we wear a color, we connect to a planet who controls that color. And if it's an unlucky color, you're connected to an unlucky planet and you couldn't be successful. So wear your lucky colors. You'll know that when you have a 90-minute session with me one day. Let's go to Wednesday, the 9th November. It's a good enough morning, afternoon, as long as you are not aggressive in your actions and your speech. As long as you can control that, you'll be marvelously under control. And I like the spirit you will have, a very competitive spirit. But even this competitive spirit can go overboard. So keep things without limit, without stepping on toes and ruffling feathers. Keep it friendly. And this way you will get a good morning and afternoon. And you'll win support as well. Because your plans may seem a little bit too daring. So take advice from people. Evening and nightfall, those sorrowful planets are back. And what do? Well, they make you sad for yourself. The sorrow is there. And the unhappiness. And that's going to spoil your evening nightfall. So if you don't need to be out, even better. But if you have to be out, plans already made, then tell yourself that you have to be careful the company you keep because you're going to end up with being very unhappy. And that's not going to be good for you. So you have a choice of not going out at all. That's one way to shut out these planets. Thursday, the 10th of November. This is quite a good morning, afternoon. The number of planets there which make your ego happy are all there. So you can choose company which will make you happy in your personal areas of life. Have lunch with somebody who you want to very much and you'll see the happiness is created. And you can, wherever you are, job or business or whatever, you can beat the competition because you'll have planets which not only make you ambitious, but they make it very fruitful for you as well. But you have to be careful to improve your tolerance and improve your teamwork. That's what's asked of you. And once you do that, that's how you become lucky and remain lucky for the morning and afternoon. Just improve tolerance, improve teamwork, which means be flexible. Evening and nightfall, the planets of competition are there. And these planets of ego of the morning will also be there. So it's a very interesting evening nightfall. You're ready to compete for anything. But why don't you also take the soft approach, which simply means use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, and a body language which is soft. And that way you will get what you want in a generous, soft way. If you're too aggressive, you'll find that opposition may also surmount on you. Friday, the 11th of November. This is a good day. I like the morning afternoon planets. I like them better if you're not working because many of them are emotional planets. They might take your interest and concentration away, thinking of who you want to have lunch with or dinner with, who you would love to try for a romance. They are all there. But they are also there is what we call the planets of imagination. So your imagination is going to be very ripe. Use that rather than wishful thinking. Use that imagination if you're at work or in business, and you will score some very handsome points. Have lunch with somebody you feel attached to in some way or another, and you'll also be very happy with the outcome. So if they are positive planets. They only have too much of emotion, so why don't you add some logic as well? And that would make it perfect, morning and afternoon. Evening and nightfall, the planets of ego are there, and they are good planets. The ego wants you to get going, on to try your luck in something bigger where job or business is concerned. Or even at home, you will plan things to see how you can expand your horizons. Nothing wrong with that. The only thing is, one or two of these planets of ego, they may go overboard, and that will make them not flexible, and they will make you not flexible, and they'll make you unnecessarily put up a barrier because an ego is always a very sensitive point. So calm down the egos. And if you find people who want to dominate you, move away from them. Don't counter it by wanting to dominate them. Just move away. So the evening can be a complicated affair. The answer would be to choose your company very carefully and to avoid people you know who may want to take charge and dominate you. Saturday, the 12th of November, the morning afternoon, these planets of domination have followed you to the morning afternoon, and they make you a person who just wants to take control of circumstances where work and business is concerned, take control of family affairs, take control of what you want to do. So that's not very good. So what should you do? Try to be part of a team as much as possible. Even better, tell yourself you don't want to control and manage people or manage the plans. Keep it open. Take ideas in. Let somebody else do the planning. That would be a better idea because you may be blamed to be too much of a dominating nature on this morning afternoon. And I would say that some of these planets are good planets. They are trying to help you to make some very good contacts where job business is concerned. But apply the same thing to be as flexible and adaptable and negotiable as you can. Then you will get some benefit or another in the morning afternoon. Otherwise, it'll be a game of tug of war. Who is stronger? Who is stronger? No good. Evening and nightfall is totally happy, wonderfully happy. And so emotionally, you can have many opportunities chasing for that romance or being happy with your romance or marriage and family. There's one planet there which is moving a little bit too fast. So you may tend to be hasty or impatient or expect people to deliver what they want to deliver to you too quickly. So why don't you just slow down mentally and thoughtfully to be patient? That's what we want. And if you can be patient, then you will be able to control the evening nightfall wonderfully well. So this 90-minute session I have for you, which will give you a lot of opportunities. And these opportunities are going to make you very, very lucky for your next 9 years. That's what it is planned for, one full cycle. And these next 9 years, where your job, business, finances, where the romance, marriage, family, where your health, where everything is concerned, I will go through that with you, the age by age and the calendar year by calendar year. We'll go through it quickly. And best of all, I will show you how to reach that magic inside you. That's the soul. And the soul is the one who manages in the end everything, the plans that are made for you. And once you know how to do it well with the soul, the third eye and the aura will also follow. And that's what makes people supremely special and supremely wealthy and famous and happy. And why shouldn't that happen to you? It's time I taught you that. Because everybody will get this in their lifetime. But it's always in their 50s and 60s and 70s, much, much too late. There's a way how to accelerate this energy. And that's what I will teach you to do. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. And remember that the energies of the soul can lead to many, many surprises. To win a lottery, you have to have the energies of the soul with you. And to do anything beyond others, that will work for you as well. So here's my email. All that will cost you for your this session of 90 minutes will be USD $50. That's all. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Thank you. Goodbye.